The life of a criminal justice lawyer isn't quite as glamorous as depicted on television. And I really didn't know that until I took on this project, even though I have had criminal justice lawyers in my family for years. My great-grandma was a criminal justice lawyer. My grandma is a criminal defense attorney right now. She's been in the business for 39 years. And I just never realized how difficult it is and how much hard work has to be put into it until this. So this is just a little bit of, seeing what it really takes and not what you see on CSI and NCIS and all those shows where they're either the heroes that find out so many stuff and the cases are solved in a half hour, or they're the bad guys trying to stick up for the criminal. That's not what it's about. Criminal justice lawyers, defense lawyers, they're not advocating the criminal. They don't defend the criminal, they stick up for justice. They're advocates of democracy and the legal system, and they make sure people are prosecuted the right way and not persecuted. Please state your name and profession.
Hi, my name is Joanne Harold, and I am a lawyer. And as I tell people, I hope you never need my services. Because if you need me, you are in deep trouble.
What is it exactly that you do?
If a person is arrested and they are in jail, they contact me or their family contacts me. And they want to see if they can hire me to go to court. What I do is I go to court, we have not guilty pleas being entered, and the process starts. We have first on felonies a probable cause hearing to determine if there should or should not be a trial, and then we have the trial process. The vast majority of cases that I handle go to trial. And the reason for that is because the majority of my clients are all facing life sentences. Needless to say, these are cases that are not plea bargained. You don't work out plea bargain cases on lifetime cases.
What types of things are required of you as a criminal defense attorney?
As a criminal defense attorney, probably the most important thing is preparation and flexibility. You work at all hours of the night and weekends. You don't have a regular schedule. You never know when you're going to get a call in the middle of the night and have to go to jail someplace to talk to someone. You do not work a Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 job. If that's what you're looking for, you don't want to do what I do. We're on the freeway, and we're going to meet my investigator, Mr. Watson. So once I meet up with him at the courthouse in Long Beach, then we will drive directly to the crime scene. And at the crime scene, what I'm hoping to do is not only to view where the actual killing took place, but also to walk through the section of where the suspect who did the shooting, where he ran to. But I do have two different stories in regards to what the person did after the shooting. One story is that the person was by himself. After he shot the victim, he ran across the street to a field, never to be seen again. Another story is that he was with a bunch of buddies and he jumped into a car with his buddies and drove away. So we have different stories from the witnesses, which is very common when you're dealing with a shooting. Potential witnesses were in the backyard. When they were in the backyard, they heard like an M80 go off.
Here.
They were in the back.
Yeah, but I mean,
they heard it from the front of the
here.
house,
Yeah.
right. Then, according to the way I understand the witnesses, they came out this side gate, which is facing the house, would be to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And then the shooting occurred in the middle of the street. Also, I'm hoping to be able to go into the backyard of the house where everyone was initially. There was a flyer party, and at this party, there were somewhere between 200 to 300 kids. Every time I handle a case and it's going to go to trial, I always visit the crime scene at least one time. A lot of times I may be there 5 times. This is not something that I'm paid extra for. My fees are set on a flat rate from beginning to end for the case. If I spend an extra week or 100 hours or 200 hours, I do not get paid extra for doing that. But I do whatever I feel is necessary to represent my client and see that they get the best possible defense.
Do you think that this benefits your private practice and your clients?
Absolutely, because many clients that come to me by way of referral. In other words, they have talked to former clients, family members of other clients that I've represented. It's word of mouth on how you find me. I do not advertise.
So is it normal for lawyers to visit crime scenes of their cases?
Unfortunately, no. The vast majority of lawyers sit in their office, take money, and do not adequately represent their clients. We have just left the crime scene, and being there shows the advantages of going to the crime scene. While we were there and checking what we could see from different angles, checking the street lights, checking the locations, one of the neighbors right next door to the house where the shooting occurred came out to ask questions. By talking with her, I was able to receive substantial information that was not in the police report, did not come from other witnesses, and she told me, like, the police had been called starting at 11 o'clock at night, they never came out, that there were so many kids, they were parked everywhere. It was just unbelievable the amount of kids that were there. And it wasn't until a shot was fired at after 1 a.m. in the morning that the police finally came out. So the police didn't come for over 2 hours. Had the police come out there and responded when they were first called by a lot of the neighbors, there may have been no shooting that particular night.